I hope you'll hit that subscribe button now, because what you're about to hear is both urgent and heart-wrenching. Wang, visibly distraught, stands by helplessly as his beloved wife Shen Yue is rushed to the hospital in the immediate aftermath of their honeymoon. I'm your narrator today, guiding you through every emotional beat of this shocking moment, and you'll want to stay with me right to the end to fully understand what's happening behind the headlines. We open in the golden light of what should have been the final sunrise of their honeymoon, two hearts newly joined, spirits soaring, hands clasped. But every fairy tale hides its twist, and this one tumbled into crisis almost before they could catch their breath. At that crucial moment, Dylan's expression changed, eyes wide, pupils dilated, breath catching in his chest. It wasn't a look of excitement or a memory reflected, it was pure panic. Despite the joyous glow of newlywed bliss around him, something went terribly wrong. And we see Dylan's face harden with a terrifying clarity, love mixed with fear, concern leaping into raw vulnerability. This isn't a practiced performance, it's a human reaction, an instinctive alarm. As cameras captured the moment, time seemed to slow. Shen Yue, radiant and graceful, suddenly looked pale and fragile. One moment she stood at his side, the next, she was slipping into a state that couldn't be ignored. Dylan gently, urgently, guided her arm. He whispered her name, a soft murmur, his voice undercut by a tremor. He supported her, alert and protective. The world blurred around them, but his focus remained razor-sharp. The transition from paradise to panic was heartbreaking. Guests, nearby friends, or family, whispered among themselves, "Did she faint? Is she okay?" But Dylan's face said it all. These were questions he could not answer, and the uncertainty suffocated him more than pain itself ever could. Ambulance doors squealed open, paramedics moved swiftly. Dylan hovered, desperate to help, torn between holding her hand and letting professionals take charge. Breathless, he hovered at the edge of control. One paramedic gently guided him back. "Sir, stand here," their voice firm but kind. Dylan's knees trembled, he swallowed hard, desperate not to lose composure for her sake. In that moment, the world watched. Dylan, the image of heartbreak made magnetic, the kind of raw humanity that holds millions spellbound. For a fleeting second, all the glimmer of their honeymoon, the sunsets, the laughter, the romantic dinners faded. In its place stood a man willing to break, if only for a heartbeat, to protect the woman he had just vowed to spend his life with. We can only imagine the whirlwind of his mind. Had she been hurt in a fall? Was it sudden illness? Had something gone awry with travel or food? The questions pounded louder than sirens. Even his voice was hushed now, tone low, as he called her name again, his tone equal parts anger and plea. And Shen Yue, brave and beloved, was carried just a few feet away from this paradise turned crisis, into the cold, serious world of medical care. Dylan followed. His steps were steady now, resolved, but his body betrayed the tension, shoulders curled inward, fingers curled into fists, jaw clenched so tightly it might crack. And love, undiluted, untempered, radiated from him as he walked. As cameras watched, capturing every heartbeat, every micro-expression, we recognize that this is not entertainment, it's life demanding our attention. The newlywed glow has been replaced by a husband's fear, the honeymoon suite swapped for a backdrop of bright lights, sterile floors, and worried staff. Once inside, the corridor stretched long. Dylan trailing behind her, whispering reassurances she might not hear. "I'm here," his voice, gravelly but sure. "Hold on." His arms lifted, ready to catch her if she faltered. One glance at the glistening tile floor, I can practically feel his mind racing with 1,000 what-ifs. He whispered into the air, direct and unrelenting, "Don't scare me like that again." And even as paramedics guided them through, his eyes never left her. His chest moved in short, controlled bursts, each breath measured as if he could will her heart to beat stronger. The door closed behind them. And in that door's gentle click, the public spectacle paused, but the story, private and profound, surged forward. We don't know yet what came next, tests, prayers, silence in a waiting area. But we know Dylan stayed. He didn't leave. He hovered by her side, offering what support words can't express. And somewhere in those frantic moments, When time stretched, heartbeats echoed, and futures lay uncertain, something taut and essential was revealed: true love isn't just romance. It's fear, worry, surrender, resilience. It's facing the worst, holding on to hope, and refusing to blink until you know she's safe. I don't know if the doctors will come out with good news soon. I don't know if Shen Yue is stable, or if Dylan's heartbreak will ease. But I do know this: his panic speaks of a bond forged so quickly, so strongly, that it can't be shaken by crisis. It only highlights how deeply connected they already are. That raw vulnerability, captured in his eyes, is both his grief and his strength. It's the gift we get from watching someone we admire when they stop being mythical and become human. So let's hold them in our hearts, send them strength, and hope that through this scare, their love grows deeper. If you've ever felt that kind of love, like nothing else matters, and you'd do anything to keep someone safe, then Dylan's desperation speaks to you. It reminds us love isn't just laughter, it's tears, terror, and tenacity. And if you're inspired to follow their story, to stand by them in this crisis and beyond, make sure you subscribe. We'll keep you updated with what comes next, because when lives are at stake, every word matters. Hold tight to the hope that Shen Yue will recover quickly, and that soon, this moment of panic will become just another beat in the story of their life together, one marked not by tragedy, but by the power of their love to endure.